I'm Sabrina Dio. I'm the lab assistant. I'm going to be checking off Suki on the eyes today.
Okay. And I'm Suki. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is look at your orbit and your periorbital structures. So the eyebrows and eyelashes, the hair is evenly dispersed on them, so that's good. Your sclera is white and your conjunctiva is clear and free of any irritation. There's slight injection, but that's normal because you do have blood vessels on that surface. The iris is blue and clear, and the pupils are round and equal. I'm going to touch your lacrimal sac here. Good, and your lacrimal gland. There's no swelling or edema in those areas, so that's good. There's no bulging or ptosis. There's no apparent evidence of nystagmus or strabismus. We'll test for those in a little bit as well. And yeah, there aren't any really extra movements that don't need to be there. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is look at your pupils. And as I said earlier, they're round and equal. They're pretty symmetrical. You could use a pen light, but I'm going to use this guy too. So I'm just going to shine this in your eye. So just look straight ahead. Okay. So your pupils are, they're responsive directly, and then look at this guy, and we'll look at the opposite eye. And they do respond consensually to the light as well, so that's good. I'm going to look across your eye here, and your eye is free of any corneal ulcers. There's no real scarring in there. Good. So that's good. Can you look at my finger? Okay, now look beyond my finger. Okay, when I tell you, just look at my finger again. Okay, good. So your pupils constricted when you're switched back and forth and dilated as appropriate, switching from far to near vision. Okay, we're gonna look at your peripheral vision. So can you cover one eye for me? Okay, so I'm gonna test the outside of your left peripheral vision. Just tell me when you see my fingers moving.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna switch eyes. So you stay there. The inside of your left peripheral.
Yep.
Okay, now switch eyes for me. Good. We're gonna start on the inside.
Yep.
Okay, and then the side, outside of your right eye.
Got
Got it. Okay, that's good. So your peripheral vision is pretty clear on both sides. Now I could test for your vision, which is optic nerve your cranial nerve number 2, which is your optic nerve, but we don't have the papers here. So what I could be using is a Snellen chart, which a lot of people know is the Big E chart. That's actually not the Big E chart. The Big E chart is one that has an E in all these different directions. It's really good for kids. You can just have them point to which direction E is facing. And one way to tell which one you're looking at is a Snellen chart. The E has serifs on it, and the Big E doesn't. So to have you do is stand 20 feet away from the chart and read the smallest line that you could read, and then there'd be a ratio that corresponds to that line. And so if it was, for example, 20/40, that would mean that what you see at 20 feet is what normal vision would see at 40 feet. So then you could also test for near vision with the Rosenbaum chart, which is a small card that you hold in your hands, and you would also read the smallest line, and you're just looking for near vision instead of far vision. Okay, so to test for function of cranial nerve number 3, which is your ocular motor nerve, cranial nerve number 4, which is your trochlear nerve, and cranial nerve number 6, which is your abducens nerve. All those are, they work with eye movement, so we're going to look at your 6 fields of vision. So just look at my finger and just follow it with your eyes up, down, here, good, side, here, up. Good, okay, so that's good. And so there's no evidence of nystagmus, so like shaking of any of your eyes in any of those 6 cardinal fields, so that's really good. To test for strabismus, which is like a lazy eye, I'm going to look at your eyes with the light again, so sorry for the bright. So just look straight ahead. Okay, so I can see that the corneal light reflex is present in the same spot on both of your eyes. And if I wasn't able to see that, I would do the cover-uncover test. I'd have you cover one eye and then focus on a fixed object. And then after a few seconds, have you uncover your eye. And if that second eye had a lag time to catch up with the first one, then we'd know that you had strabismus, which is kind of like a lazy eye. But you know, so that's positive. Okay, the last thing I'm going to do is look at your eye with the ophthalmoscope. It's going to be kind of bright, so I'm sorry, I'll try and go quick. I'm going to turn off the light real fast. It's really dark. Okay. That's this guy. So you can see there's a little dot. I'm just going to look right in your eye. So I'm going to use the same eye that you are so we don't get uncomfortably close because that could be really awkward. So I'm just going to look straight in your eye. So looking, and the red reflex is present, so that's good. I'm going to look straight in there, and I can see the back of your orbit, which is this nice peachy orange color, and I can see your blood vessels in there, which is kind of cool. I'm going to move to nasally, and, oh, yeah, okay. So I got more yellow, and that's your optic disc, which is sorry, I'll do this side really quick, and then I'll tell you what I saw. Okay. So I'm going to go with my left eye and your left eye. Sorry, okay. Okay, and the red light reflex is present again. Remove nasally, I can see your optic disc. Yeah, there it is. It's yellow. See those veins? Can I have you look at the light for me real fast? Okay, so the I'll let you see again real quick. Thank you. Okay, sorry for all that. So the optic disc that I was looking at, it's yellower, and that's where your optic nerve connects to your eye. So it's not it's just brighter yellow. And then when I had you look at the light, I could see your macula, and it's pretty cool because that's actually like a peachy gray color, and there's not as many blood vessels in there, which is why it's not the same color. But that's the area where like the rods and cones are the most concentrated. So that's right in the middle of that's your fovea centralis, which is your central area of vision. So that's why all those are in there, and it's not as vascular. So that's pretty much it. Thank you.